My fellow fighters and the people of the world, I have something very shocking, interesting, wonderful, beautiful at the same time for you guys today, because this is not something I expected to see ever in my lifetime. I still haven't verified many of these things because I don't know this person, but I'm believing this person is an Afrikaner based on their name. This Afrikaner is claiming to be a junior. That means he shares the same name with his father, and then he is the junior to his father. And according to what this person is saying, who would have thought an Afrikaner would be seen or found defending Julius Malema, Mwana Koko Sara? Who thought that would happen? I want you guys to observe something here. Watch this. Cos de Klerk Jr. What the newspapers are not telling you is that today is meaning the day before yesterday, the first day of the committee when General pulled up. Today, Julius Malema saved General Mkhwanazi's evidence in Parliament. If it was not for Julius Malema, Mkhwanazi's evidence would have been useless because they were going to sworn in supplementary statements without main statements, which is illegal. Newspapers are not telling you about this because they don't want you to know that Julius Malema is educated and more brilliant than DA members in Parliament. Hating Malema will not solve our problem. We must accept that he is the bright one. Hating Malema will not solve our problems. We must accept that he is the bright one. The last statement, I don't think Savimbi will be happy with. Let me start by saying that Savimbi will not be happy to hear that a Afrikaner said that we must accept Julius might be the bright one. Hey, Savimbi is umthinta kabi lento lena, he must not see it. It's true. The media, hence I was asking, why is Ndlozi not even speaking about these things? Why is Ndlozi busy running around trying to paint the ad hoc committee as a comedy, as a joke? Why is he not educating people about the delays? Why was there a delay? What was happening? What was Julius Malema trying to explain in simple terms, layman's terms to his listeners? Why are they not breaking things down, calling analysts? They don't have to speak because most of them, they're starting to bore us. Even Ndlozi himself, they must call analysts. They must call people like the same way they do when people leave EFF. They must call analysts to come and analyze the ad hoc committee and break things down. Call legal people, generally, call people who are professionals to break things down, to communicate proper to the communities and the listeners. Why are they not doing that? The mainstream media instead, they're trying to fish for engagement by misinformation and propaganda using some misinformed or lying propaganda headlines to paint bad Julius, to paint bad General Mkhwanazi's evidence, to paint bad everything that has to do with the ad hoc committee. But hi, it seems like it's not just us as the EFF members who are seeing that. No, man, Julius is actually doing an amazing job. Look at what he did yesterday when he pulled up and he started questioning the general. It was like two bravest of the bravest having a conversation. This guy continues. Watch here. There are many people who are in pain because it is Julius Malema of the EFF who is saving our country in Parliament. Guess what? Today, newspapers are openly lying about Julius Malema. They say he attacked the testimony of General and called it invalid. The Citizen and independent news must be ashamed of themselves. Their lies are bad for our democracy. Let's give credit where it's due. Yesterday, Julius saved our country and our parliament. Hating Julius Malema will not erase the good work that he did in Parliament yesterday. Our DA is sleeping and not doing the work. It's true. the DA, they don't seem to know when Zagalani. They don't seem to want to correct when mistakes are happening. They don't seem to want to take charge. They're not dominant. They're too submissive in parliament. Very submissive, the DA. MK party, they're trying. I don't want to dive deep into the clownishness of the MK party. Some things Mr. Skosana be engaging in is irrelevant. He's painting bad the MK party. The other two gentlemen, shout out to the two gentlemen representing the MK party, except Mr. Skosana. They're trying so bad to ask the relevant questions. And I can tell if it was just those two and another member, Bakipo Skosana, MK party would be excelling beyond. Because Mr. Skosana, there's no need for him in that committee, to be honest. And I think even MK party members can agree. But this gentleman goes on, this Afrikaner, he says, we hate the EFF when we are in front of each other. But deep inside, we love what EFF members of parliament are doing out there. What Julius and his team are doing in parliament is great. That is why there is an Afrikaner who voted for EFF in Orania. Very soon, we will all of us leave DA and join EFF. Then there is promoting whatever, I won't promote it for him. I doubt though some Afrikaners will leave the DA or VF Plus to join the EFF. That one I think is overreach. But yeah, shout out to the one Afrikaner in Orania who has voted for the EFF. Beautiful work. Shout out to you. Ah man, come on. It's the EFF, you know. You never expected it to get a vote in Orania. So if you get one vote, it's like, yeah, it's something worth celebrating. Because if you know, you know. So, my beautiful country, my people, it seems as if people can see the good work we are doing in parliament. And all I can say is that shout out to the fighters for continuously supporting this party, sticking together, supporting our leadership, defending our leadership, and always being there, encouraging our leadership to keep on. And shout out to the leadership, everyone in parliament, all legislatures across the country, yeah, everywhere. Councillors, everything. The people can see that our people in the EFF, you guys are doing amazing work. They can feel it, they can sense it that when EFF takes the podium, there's a certain shift in the atmosphere and things start being done in a different way compared to other parties, how they do it. The parties are very predictable. Who would have thought Julius Malema and the general will have that conversation the way they were having it? People expected Julius to be shouting, yeah, but it was like, no, can't shout at the general. This is not a clownish parliamentary like these guys I'm surrounded with. This is General Tantlam Kwanazi. We are speaking here man to man. I'm a bit to you. Let's say. I can't wait for this other committee is the one. This one, other committee of A2 is the one. Is the one. I can't wait for more people to come. Advocate therefore. We want you there. We want you there. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.